What's going on, guys? It is Coast Central here, and what coaster I'll be reviewing today, that coaster is Wild Waves at Playlands, Castaway Cove in New Jersey. Now, this is a boardwalk park, and this is a very unique coaster. This coaster, it's nothing much. If you just watch POVs, it doesn't look that fancy, and it isn't really fancy. It's just going around gale force, which is going around gale force, that's the space they had to work with. They did very well with the space they had. In this coaster is a great ride, guys. It is a really good ride, guys. It is definitely better than I expected. It goes around gale force, and that's why it's gonna be going around. It's pretty simple, but you're gonna be getting you're gonna be having a lot of hills. They're just gonna be going up and down, and on those hills you're gonna be getting a ton of airtime. And the airtime on this coaster is very, very solid. I was actually flying out of my seat. It was some very good airtime, and that is some of the parts of the ride that make me like it more. If it had no airtime, just if it just went around, it would be boring as heck. But since it has airtimes and hills and drops, it's a really good ride. So what I'll be doing today is I'll be going through this whole ride and giving you my full thoughts on it and how I liked it and my experience on this coaster out of all the times I rode it. Now, stats on this coaster are very hard to find, and they're kind of unknown, some of them. So this is coming off of the stats that I know, and of course it is located at Playlands, Castaway Cove. It is made by E&F Miller Industries. It has a height of 50 feet, and speed is unknown. It has known versions, and the length of this coaster is unknown. Now, this is some definitely not the best stats, but it's a boardwalk park. It's not gonna have the biggest stats, and since it's going around gale force, you aren't gonna be getting it that tall, just because a gale force is not the tallest ride, but it's still pretty tall. But it's big. This is basically a family coaster. It really did fit this park when they added it. They added it in the same year as gale force, and it really was a good fit for the park. So what I'll be doing right now is I'll be going through the whole ride and giving you my full thoughts on every single element that this ride goes through, which is mostly airtime hills and banking around. So to start off, you will be leaving the station and you will go up this very short little lift hill, and then you'll get to that top of that. It's very short, and then you're going to bank around, hit the brakes, and then you're going to go up the main lift hill. Now this one, you're going to be going up to the main lift hill, and it's going to be the maximum height of 50 feet tall. You're going to get a fairly good view. You can actually see the water over on the other part of the land, and then you're going to hit the brakes. They'll go down, and you're going to go through the first drop, which is not the biggest, but it still has some great airtime. If you're in the back, you're going to be going out of your seat, which the trains on this coaster aren't that big. So any seat is really good. You're gonna go through that, and you're gonna be going up, and you're gonna get a little bit of airtime. You're gonna be banking around, and then you're gonna go through the first drop, the second drop actually, which is the biggest drop out of all of them, and it's the best drop out of all of them. You're gonna be flying out of your seat, going all the way down, and then you're gonna go through the first of many airtime hills on this ride. You're gonna be flying out of your seat. I really do like these airtime moments. You're gonna hit the brakes, and then you're gonna bank around and hit another brake. And then as you can see right now, if you are watching a POV, you could see that the track isn't really smooth. This whole ride, it isn't really smooth. If this coaster was an intense coaster, had a lot of insane elements and everything, just like I-305 or something like that, it would definitely be a rough ride, not really enjoyable. But since this one is a family coaster and doesn't have that many elements, it is fine. But this track isn't really smooth. It's kind of really just banked, and it isn't really smooth for a normal coaster. But then you'll be going through that, and then you'll be going up a little bit, and then you'll be going through another good drop. It is very solid, and that's where you're going to get your picture, and then you're going to go through another nice airtime hill, and then once again you're going to be hitting the brakes. There are a lot of brakes on this ride, which is a little bit of a downside, but it is not bad just because it's a family coaster. But then you're going to be going through banking down, and then you'll be just going you get some speed through that, and then you'll be going through the final stretch, which is my favorite part. You're going to be going through 3 airtime hills. for like 2 full airtime hills, and then 1 into the brakes, which is very solid. And I definitely do like this end section of it. It really does end it off with like a bang. So that is going through the whole ride and giving you my full, like, how I thought of the elements. So, like, now it's time for the overall score, and I'll be giving this coaster a very solid score of a 7.5. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be this good at all, and it really was a very solid family coaster. So hope you guys enjoyed this review of Wild Waves, the family coaster at Playlands Castaway Cove in New Jersey on the Boardwalk Park. And hope you guys enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more videos coming here to Coaster Productions, and I'll see you guys later.